Get ready, Power Gamers. This is episode 3 of the Legends of Lyria. I'm DJ the DM.
I'm Emily, I play Wyndham.
I'm Lily, I play Lothario.
I'm Taz, and I play Double T Tanya.
I'm Matt. I'm going to be playing Edward Bojangles Flint.
I love it, and we are here to bring you the next edition in our campaign. All right, where we last left off, a quick recap of the session prior. We take place in Lyria, this uniquely dangerous water world full of storms, seas, and very small islands. The party itself, a mix match of different individuals, all gathered together under the Rat King's banner. You work for me now. You will go down to the docks. There is a ship that has arrived. This ship is a mystery to me. You will go down to that ship. You will investigate it. And you will report back to me. And so you make your way to the docks. There's 4 people that you can see. When you look at them, they look as though something is really wrong with them. Their skin, it's yellow.
Looks like they're dying. They're clearly, the lights are on, but nobody's home.
Those things are not human.
The second you step onto the boat, they start slamming their fists into you, scratching at her, tearing the flesh from her body. You realize that they don't seem to have any sort of pain reflex. That thing goes down. It doesn't come back up. Another 2 through the head?
Another 2 through the head.
Gone. This combat is over. You look down into the crate, old area. And what you see is there's several people down there. They appear to be very ill. Now, you elected not to go into the bottom 2 or however many layers of that ship. While you did find Stabby Steve, he ran deeper under decks. You weren't keen to follow. So with that, you guys abandoned the ship, made your way back here. They are missing about 1/3 of the people that were down here before. The Rat King is awaiting your return.
Guess it's time to start telling.
What do you guys say?
Well, we found a ship that is not like any of the other ships. It gets filled with like bad, nasty things. Yeah, they're definitely not human. They have no mind.
We also found Steve. He's on the ship. He couldn't leave.
He said he got captured, woke up on the ship, and he got super sick like all these other people on the ship too.
Wait, you're saying this has something to do with the disease that's been going around?
Yeah.
Is there any sort of proof that you have?
Well, Double T, you did hack that guy open.
I pull out the weird worm thing.
Oh.
I found this in his neck.
You see him snap a finger. At the snap of that finger, you see a rather large rat. It comes over with an unnatural speed. It bites into the worm. After a moment, though, the rat drops it. It starts shaking. You see the Rat King's hand does not move. You realize he must be maintaining some sort of effect or some sort of control. Then eventually, its legs give out and it falls to the ground. As you watch this, the Rat King looks to you and says, "While I eagerly await the results of my little experiment here, I fear we must move forward. I must admit there's been some unfortunate news on my end. I had sent some members of my rat pack into the inner city in order to find the docks manifest. My scouts have not returned, not even one. It seems anyone I send in there disappears. And yet, I have also learned that earlier today, there was a parade to welcome a new noble. Very likely the one who came on that ship. I believe our next move is for you to go to Highgarden. I hear that they have some sort of preventative ward against the plague or disease. If you can find some of it, or you can convince whoever's producing it to produce it for us as well, you could literally save the city and your friends. Lastly, it seems that Wyndham, your friend, along with those from the outskirts who have obliged my help, they seem entirely resistant to our healing magic. I have had to remove her, along with some others, until we can find suitable healing. Bojangles, I have heard whispers that your friend, Benny Bones, has been apprehended by the guards in Highgarden. Of course, I still will help you get him out for your continued service. Double T, he pulls up a flyer and it says, "Have you seen this woman?" It seems to be a rough sketch of you. It's something that was probably made by the group of mothers of those children who have gone missing. Go to Highgarden, seek out the noble, and convince him to help us, or find whatever the inner circle is claiming can protect them from this pestilence and bring it back here.
I guess you better take us to your house in Highgarden. But
Wonderful.
And there does appear to be what looks like a flyer, an open invite to all of the nobles in the city, inviting them to high tea. It appears that this is being organized by the house Scolopolomine. You guys make your way to tea. You notice that there is an incredible guard presence here. Yes, lords and ladies, which house are you?
House Elysium.
He takes out a very long, scrolling thing of parchment. He suddenly looks up at you and says, I think there's a misunderstanding. I don't see the House Elysium on this list.
I'm sorry. Did you just say you don't see House Elysium? Do you know how to read guard?
Yes, milady, I do. He, along with several of the other guards that are confronting you, start getting pretty flustered. Double T Tanya, you notice that two of the guards who are here don't seem to react at all. Now, a lot of them have their faces covered with armor. These are the noble guards of the inner city. In fact, they're very well equipped. But yeah, they don't seem to respond at all to her. Instead, they seem to be suddenly facing towards Wyndham. Now, Lothario, with this intimidate check, they are freaking out. They're looking at the list. They're going back over it, looking to you. I'm sorry, my lady. There's no House Elysium here. Look, they even turn the list towards you, and sure enough, your name's not on it. It's at that point that you come to the realization this is a list of nobles who currently live in the city. Your money, your name, they all left like 3 months ago. There's a reason you couldn't buy anything on credit. It's because you don't have a name. You have no credit anymore. They left. You're on your own. The broke noble. You have no invitation. And the fact that you're now talking with them and, well, you've definitely started a little scene. That's concerning. What do you guys do?
I demand that I be let in at once, or else everyone in the mainland will know how you have treated House Elysium.
Ooh, fierce. Yeah, you can see those guards starting to tremble. They may not recognize the name, but they recognize an angry noble when they see one. It's at that point they start, yes, ma'am, of course, milady. Right away. And they start to back away, except for those two who weren't really reacting to you. It's at this point, Double T, that you notice several guards from various positions throughout the High Garden start walking over to your direction in unison. You also notice those two guards who were unfazed point to Wyndham. One of them grabs the guard that is showing you the list, and the other one says, "She has the mark on her hand. Look." There's a sudden shift. Oh no, that time is over with your one on stealth. As unfortunately, it's out in plain sight, as your noble regalia did not cover that up, unfortunately. You were so caught up in all the fine niceties and fancy things. Your brand was still out.
Darn those jewels.
Indeed, they're distracting and shiny. More guards start moving towards you, and the three that were kind of shaking are no longer. "What's that then, on your hand?" the one who was showing you the list says to Wyndham. "Is that the thieves' mark?" They go to grab your hand. Do you resist?
I'm going to
Yes.
step forward and smack away their hand.
Ooh, okay. You go to smack away their hand. I'm just going to say that you do it. So, yeah, he reaches towards her and you smack away his hand. They look at you, and now, if there was some confusion before or maybe a bit of doubt, that move has removed all of the confounding variables. Well, if you guys want to resist, you're welcome to do so now. They start trying to grapple you as they're going to try and restrain you. If you've got thieves marks, A, they need to see how many of you do, and B, they need to confirm if that's what they are. They start trying to grab you all.
I'm going down swinging. I'm not going to use any of my weapons, but I'm gonna punch my way out of this if I can.
Heck yeah. All right. So let's start here.
Yeah.
Everybody roll athletics or acrobatics to escape grapple checks.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Natural 20.
Oh my God, she got a natural 20. Holy cow. Wow.
It's payback
Yeah,
for that one.
I guess it is. Yeah, that's incredible. Okay, so at the top, Bojangles, unfortunately, you slap that hand away. The second you slap it away, that guard immediately, I mean, he's trained for this his whole life. When you grab onto his hand, he grabs onto your wrist and just pins it behind your back instantly. You are grappled. Let's see the next one. Oh, that 23 that the guard rolled is versus Wyndham's natural 20. Well done. This guard tries to grab you by the hand, Wyndham. Listen, you may not be strong, but you're dexterous and you have a low center of gravity. You duck to the ground, you dive forward in a tumble, going underneath the legs of the individual guard that tried to grapple you. You have the choice of freeing any single person who has been grappled. Let me tell you who has all been affected here in a second. So it looks like, Double T Tanya, you succeeded your athletics check. Well done. And, oh my gosh, Lethiriel, you also succeeded your check. Wow, it looks like only Bojangles has been successfully grappled at the moment. Wyndham, if you'd like, you can break him free.
I will save our dear pirate.
How do you do that?
When I dodge under the one that's grappling him and like stand up too quick and hit him in the nuts.
One swift kick to the berries. It's Druid old time-tested method of combat, and with a satisfying squish, you hear a yipe from that guard. As it turns out, not every piece of cod piece was clad in metal. Bojangles, you find yourself instantly released from that grapple. None of you are grappled. You all have a second to see what's going on. At this point, there was already this maybe another 6 or so guards headed your way in unison. Now, the guards have seen some sort of scuffle breaking out. They're heading your way in totality. At least another 15 are going to be here within seconds. What do you do?
I'm gonna try and play the noble card again.
Okay, go for it.
Let's keep going. So, how dare you try and grapple a noble? Do you know what you have done? Do you know what could happen to you? How dare you treat me and my household like that?
Okay, roll for me an intimidate check, but at disadvantage. Dang, even at disadvantage, you still got a 19. Incredible. Okay, so you still channeling that Grandpa Elysium energy. You throw it down, and the nobles, it seems. I'm sorry, the guards, it seems. Oh my God, they got a natural 20.
Oh,
Oh, guys. Oh, yay. So you say that as fierce as you can, and the guards, the original 3 seem to be somewhat shaken. But it's at this point when you notice those 2 individual guards that were not reacting so much. They hadn't really done anything, in fact, to this point. They suddenly jump into motion. You realize immediately they are so much stronger than the other guards as they start trying to pin you down.
Crystal Gems gave a natural 1 for the guard.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Oh my god. Wow. Well,
Thank you,
thank
Crystal
you.
Gems. You're
Wow.
awesome.
Incredible. Thank you, Crystal Gem 6, for being a founder and throwing around these story-changing roles. Thank you for supporting us on Patreon at that level. Because now the whole story is going to change. Instead of getting a natural 20, as these guards suddenly see through their best efforts to intimidate them, they are absolutely shaken. Listen, there's one thing they fear in their lives. They don't have a lot of combat they have to engage in. It is angry nobles that could have them blacklisted, fired, sent out, banished into the streets with a wave of their hands. They are absolutely horrified. You notice, however, that only 2 of the guards, those ones who were not responding earlier, seem to do anything towards you guys. It seems that they are wholly unaffected by this intimidation. But the rest of the guards that were going to start charging your way, they don't. They see what's happening, and they see that some hands start getting laid on, and then they hear an angry yelling noble. They know better than anyone, leave that alone or you're going to get fired too. Only about 6 of those guards who had started moving over in unison are still making their way towards you. But it seems that they've stopped trying to lay their hands on you, and they seem wholly intimidated by the Elysium name. What do you guys do?
I keep glowering at them and I tell them, unhand all of us at once and tell us what the problem is. And I swear by the name of my house, if you give me the wrong answer, you will pay dearly.
Okay, it's at this point I need, let's see, that would probably be Lethiriel and Bojangles to make either acrobatics or athletic saves again. Ooh, dang. Okay, so here's what happens. Lethiriel, one of those 2 guards who doesn't seem affected by your intimidate check, lunges at you, not speaking a word in reaction, but missing you entirely as you just nimbly dodge out of the way. He trips and slams into the dirt. However, Bojangles, you are not as fortunate as you turn around seeing this guard lunge at a noble who has successfully intimidated everyone else. Very odd behavior. You find yourself suddenly tackled to the ground by the other lunging guard. It's at this point that you guys find yourselves with those 6 other guards rushing towards you. But none of the other guards, the ones who are actively intimidated, are throwing in at all. You can see they're actively perplexed by the fact that some of these guards are doing anything. I believe Bojangles, Double T, and Windham, you still have an active. What would you like to do?
I guess I'll try to get out of the grapple.
All right, go ahead and roll. Ooh, dang, that is good. All right, you're able to successfully break free. Lucky man. Roll for me perception.
Not good. Getting tackled is not very good for me to see what's going on.
Yeah, not good. Unfortunately, not good. Yeah, you don't notice anything at the moment, but you do manage to break free. You notice that he keeps lunging for you. He doesn't stop. Windham, what do you do?
I'm ready healing word.
All right, you get ready to cast a healing word. And Double T, what do you do?
We're just gonna be on our guard in case any other guards try to tackle us.
All right, so you get ready to dodge if another guard is going to jump at you, and it looks like, in fact, they may. Yeah, they are starting to swarm on you pretty rapidly as more guards, again, very strangely to the confusion of the other guards who are well intimidated to stay the heck away from you guys, they rush over to you and they start trying to grapple you. One of the guards that you intimidated starts trying to stop the other guards. Hey, what are you doing? These are nobles. Get your hands off of them. It says, it's fine. Take them with us. You will see. They are wanted. At this point, you see that guard that was looking at you. Seems very confused. Suddenly looks towards you guys. Looks back towards the guard. You can see things starting to shift again.
Okay, using the power of mind speech, I'm gonna tell everyone, I don't know what's going on. These guards aren't acting like normal, so all bets are off. Y'all do whatever you need to do.
I relay that to everyone.
Let's have everybody make some acrobatics or athletics checks. Okay. Wow, dang. Vintage. Okay, so a bunch more guards start swarming on you. It appears Windham, Double T, Lothyriel. Oh my gosh. Wow, that's everybody. And Bojangles. You are all successfully grappled. As it appears, they start to swarm you. Now, again, this is those guards who don't seem to be affected so much. However, the other guards seem so confused and bewildered at this point. Their thinking is that the best thing to do is to remove you guys from the T at Highgarden and then just figure out what to do with you later. At this point, the damage is done. If someone's going to get fired for putting hands on a noble, it's going to happen. They don't start beating you or bludgeoning you, but they do start taking you theoretically towards some sort of prison or dungeon. You guys resist?
These are the ones that were intimidated, right?
Bojangles has
There's
inspiration.
probably about 2 or 3. Oh, snap. Bojangles has inspiration?
Yeah,
Okay. Holy cow.
I'm gonna hold on to that Horizon Walker because I want to see where this is going.
Ooh.
I feel like a clue is coming up here with these guards.
Here we go. All right. So thank you for that inspiration, Horizon Walker. I'm so excited to see what Bojangles is going to do with that. You guys are being taken away at the moment to the keep. You recognize that this keep is the same one that nobles would be staying in if they were without a house, the nobles that come in on trade ships. There is also the most secure dungeon in the entire city underneath there. It's where they keep a lot of valuable and, well, dangerous people. As you guys are making your way there against your will, you find that they take you down into a dungeon. It stinks down here, and you can tell that there are a number of guards down here. Their uniform is different than the guards who were in the noble city. Let me have you guys roll skill checks since you're all not fighting this. Roll whatever you'd like. As you
I'm gonna
make your
try
way
and
through.
hide. I'm gonna try and hide my thieves' tools.
You notice that as you guys are walking, there's only like 1 or 2 of the guards that were intimidated that decided to come with after all of that. I mean, maybe like 3, but not a large amount. The other 6 or so that have you pretty well surrounded are those guards who are not in any way intimidated. And you notice they don't even look at you as they're escorting you. They're just looking forward and walking you. So yeah, it just happens. You do manage to successfully hide your thieves' tools. Anyone else? What would you like to do?
I want to try and persuade the 2 intimidated guards to help us not escape, but if something weird happens, like just help run away and get help or something. And I'm like, these guards are acting weird. You know it. I know it. You know they're not supposed to be acting like this. How dare they act like this in front of nobles and not listen to you? You are the ones who are the city guards. How dare they ignore everything you're saying? You have to help. If anything goes wrong, you have to help.
Ooh, well done. Okay, go ahead and roll for me either persuasion or intimidate. Yeah, it seems like they're hearing you, and you can tell they're nervous. But at this point, it's escalated to such a point where they feel like they're already going to be fired. They're already going to lose their jobs. They're just hoping that maybe what these guards said is true and that you're actively wanted and that this is all a nightmare because your name wasn't on the list. But you can tell they do feel compassionate towards you. They do feel like, God, if anything about this is not right, we are so dead. Double T. And Wyndham, what do you do?
I'm along for the ride.
All right. You go along for the ride as they take you. Wyndham, what do you do?
Full perception to see if I can see if anything's like noticeably off about these guards, like if they've got the yellow scan or anything like that.
Nice. Okay, as you take a look at them, it's hard to tell because they're in such heavy armor, but because you rolled that high, you can tell that something does seem to be off about their skin. It is kind of waxy, yellow looking.
I'm gonna relay that through telepathy.
And you relay it. It seems like everybody hears it. So you guys make it down into the dungeon. It is disgusting in here. And again, it is staffed full of guards who are different. As you make your way down, they stuff you into one singular cell together. It's big enough for all of you. But as you look around, you notice that there's probably about 6 or so guards. Additionally, down here, there's no word spoken. Guards that were uninfluenced hand you off to these guards in the dungeon. They don't say anything until the 2 guards that were intimidated, they say, "Well, so what's going on with these prisoners? What are we doing?" One of them says, "It is fine. They are wanted. You have done good. Are we charging them? What's their crime? Are they even really nobles? You should go now. We will take care of this." They all turn at once. It's kind of unsettling towards those guards, those 2 that were somewhat loyal to you. Or rather, at least not totally immune. They've had a long day. They're done. They're leaving you guys here. They say, "All right, fine. Whatever you guys say. Just leave my name out of any paperwork." And they leave. You guys are shuffled into these cells. You make your way in there, and you see this is the prison that you're in. As you guys look around, you notice that you're not alone. There are quite a few other prisoners in here. Go ahead and make perception checks, or whatever checks you'd like to make, really.
I give aids to Bojangles.
Ooh, okay. So you decide to help him as he looks around. You use your telepathy to communicate actively everything you're seeing, everything he's seeing to the rest of the group. And you guys work together. You notice there's quite a few other people in here. Someone that Bojangles recognizes with his 16 is Benny Bones.
Benny Bones!
Benny Bones is over in the corner of one of these cells. He appears to be slumped over, non-responsive. With your 15, you can tell he is not doing good. You even see that it looks like there are flies around him. He's really doing bad. Poor Benny. Anybody else? What would you like to check?
I just rolled perception, but I don't think I saw anything.
Darn, yeah. Well, you can see now that the other guards have left, the remaining prison guards, they're not speaking, but the second those footsteps echo away, they suddenly face straight forward in unison as they wait. And they start coming over to prison doors one by one. Some of these cells have people in them, some of them don't. Some of them are sick, some of them are not. But you watch as they begin in unison, taking out the keys that would open these cells. They put the keys in, and they twist the locks, opening all 6 of these cells at once. Inside, the prisoners seem very confused at what is happening. The guards walk into the rooms and close the doors behind them. Anyone else have a skill check they wanted to make real quick?
I did just perception.
You did perception? Ooh, nice! Excellent. With a 17, your druid senses, your feelings of being able to predict natural things, suddenly you feel sick to your stomach. You can feel it in the air. It's something that makes your hairs stand on end, and it makes you cold. The guards suddenly remove their helmets, and you can see the gaunt, jaundiced, bloody faces. They outstretch their jaws wide, too wide, to the point where it looks likely they're breaking their own jawbones. And they begin spewing a sort of red, muddy brown vomit onto the individuals in those cells. It's disgusting. It's more than they should have inside of themselves. It spews forward, and the prisoners start screaming. Some of them fight back, charging the guards. Some of them scream and start trying to wipe it off of them because they don't know what the fuck is happening. It doesn't stop. You guys are locked in your cell at the moment, and you see this. What do you do?
So I'm gonna relay everyone telepathically that I saw. We need
Oh,
to
yeah.
get out of here.
Yeah, you guys see what she sees through the telepathy. What do you do?
Try to break out of this.
Yeah, I'm gonna whip out my thieves' tool and start taking all the shackles off of us.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to say that you, in this time, are able to get 2 people completely free of their shackles without even needing to roll. Since you're not helping anybody else, you guys aren't in any danger at the moment. Yeah. You start picking as fast as you can. Lothariel and Windham, what are you doing?
I'm also gonna try and like scratch at the shackles. I've never been shackled in my life before.
That's true. The indignity as you slam against those shackles. Go ahead and just roll for me an athletics check. So let's see if you get lucky and you're able to break them.
Probably not, but always fun to roll.
Oh man, if you had advantage on that.
Oh man. I mean,
Windham, what are you doing?
I'm also gonna be trying to get my shackles off.
Are you by chance helping Lothariel to give her advantage?
Yes, I am actually.
Oh my god. Okay. Lothariel, here's when something very peculiar starts happening. Now, you've known your whole life that you were half elf, right? But you don't know what the other half is. You know your warlock father. You know, you basically showed up on his doorstep. He admitted that you belonged to him, but he never knew what your mother was. Every now and again, some strange things will happen, every occasion, but this is definitely one of those instances. You test the shackles, you slam them against some of the metal of the bars. It doesn't do anything but make a loud noise. And it's at that point you feel yourself become angry, expressing an anger that you've kept bottled up for so long, so deep, with so much pressure. You feel that anger rise up in you. You slam those chains against your knee, and the metal itself shatters as though it were brittle and cold. When you look down at your knee in amazement, you can feel it's as hard as stone. I mean, harder even. It's as hard as metal. It fades as soon as your rage does. Your skin goes back to being very soft, just like normal skin, a noble skin even. It's gone in an instant. You guys watch as she just like Superman shatters these shackles against her knee.
All right, I thought I'll break down the jail cell bars.
that's not how it works. I don't really know what happens, but this happens every once in a while. Uh, yeah. Sorry.
You can try it. The worst that happens is that you sprain your arm.
I don't. Well, I suppose. And
Yeah, you guys are like, this is, I mean, don't be sorry. This is good news. You know, you guys are like, all right, this is great. As this is happening, you see the guards turn around and start opening the doors to the cells again. They exit in uniform manner and begin walking to different cells. They close the cells behind them and lock them. They start moving up. I believe you said you guys were going to try and break free of the cells. Is that correct?
I mean, I'm gonna try and rush the door, but we'll see what happens.
Guess this
And
one will
then
come up here.
Wyndham is still
Yeah, I'm
in
still
chains.
shackled.
Okay.
She is still shackled. Yeah, she did help you break yours. I'm not exactly sure how, but maybe just with support.
I'm real good at that.
Yeah. So you guys see them start walking towards you. It's your last moment to break out of here without them getting the drop on you. What do you guys do?
Well, if it looks like they're gonna leave, let's just let them leave, then sneak out after they're gone.
Oh, it doesn't look like they're going to leave. It looks like they're coming to all of the jail cells, including yours, to spray some sort of vomit.
Well, then
Some
I'm definitely
bloody
gonna
looking vomit
wind them out
on
of their
you.
shackles.
That's a good call. All right. Yeah, you take your turn and you manage to successfully pick her out of the shackles. Double T, what are you doing?
Let's try working on the bars.
Working on the bars. Okay, are you trying to break it down? Are you trying to pick the lock? What are you doing?
We're trying to break it down. I don't know how to pick a lock.
Go for it. Make an athletics check.
I want to aid her.
Excellent. Yeah, you guys are going to take on this thing together.
Yeah. We got a 19.
Wow. Oh my gosh. That's pretty good. Okay. As you charge towards the door, you slam into it. You both hit it together. The combined momentum, you feel the bars bend for a moment and then break as the hinges that keep it, well, they buckle and tear. The door goes flying outwards and manages to slam into these guards. We have them roll dexterity save. Let's have you guys roll initiative as well.
We got 5 minutes left tonight. Do we want to start a combat right now or pick this up next time?
Oh, you know what? That's probably a good idea. Let's end the session here, and we can... Oh, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Wynnum, did you get a natural 1 for initiative?
Nope, too late. We already said that we're ending it.
Yeah, you already said we're done. It's okay.
No, we're ending it. So that initiative does not.
We're done. I didn't roll a 1. It's fine.
These are not the ones you're looking for.
Well done, Power Gamer. You've safely made it to the end of the video. Congratulations. Thanks for hanging out with us, and a very special thank you to our supporters on Patreon. Thank you to our Patreon founders, whose incredible generosity humbles us. Thank you to the legends, guild members, and all of the official Power Gamers whose love and support makes this channel possible. If you like what you saw, let us know by leaving a like, comment, subscription, donation, sharing the video with your friends. Check out all the links below, and we'll see you Saturday on Twitch for the next Legends of Lyria.